Hello, everybody. Welcome to our weekly Power Circuit chat. Uh, Pallavi is just back from Patiala after doing a walk in the garden with Navjot Singh Sidhu. Sidhu wearing a very nice shawl, and she tried to ask Navjot Singh Sidhu where he gets his shawls from, which he didn't reveal, and some Amritsar secret shop from where he gets them. And two people who wear such brilliant shawls. One is Navjot Singh Sidhu, other is the Prime Minister.
Where does the Prime Minister get it from?
We also don't know that. So these both seem to be trade secrets from where they get their shawls from. But I think what Sidhu Pallavi told you, I think it's very clear now that Sidhu wants to be the CM face. It is very much said, not said in that many words, but it is clearly said that you have to declare me, otherwise you know I might not stick around, or maybe we won't
He did
win.
not use those words specifically with me, but he did mention it to me in a very convoluted way that I don't want to be just someone who comes on stage,
Hmm.
aapke liye main campaign karu, and I become a showpiece,
Hmm.
and you get the crowds, and then I get nothing in exchange. And he kept
Hmm.
on telling me, why are you talking about the CM ship? But he started, in a sense, I know he did say this to me that Chennai is my chief minister, but somehow it was jarring. The fact that he's like a lone ranger now. He's on
Hmm.
his own steam. He moves around with his own team of young
Hmm.
boys and girls. You have the chief minister. Now you also have this one, Sukhi Randhawa, now ganging up with him. So it seems that they are all now coming together, and they are in the Delhi national capital today. Of course, there's a
Hmm.
the screening committee which talks about ticket distribution.
Hmm.
But I think they're going to send out a message that this is the Asli Congress, and Sidhu is actually a spoil sport.
Hmm.
And it's very interesting, on because I remembered you yesterday also when I was interviewing him. He kept on attacking the captain and he said, "Dekho, wo B team hai." And I did ask him this, and what about the Hindu votes, the youth votes? He's very confident it's going to remain with him. The Prime Minister is doing a rally there on the 5th.
Yeah.
So what is it that the BJP, from a non-starter, now thinks that it's very much in the race? So what is it the Prime Minister would want to project politically speaking in
See, I think the
Punjab?
Prime Minister's rally, Pallavi, is going to be very significant. This is the first time he's going to speak in Punjab after the farm laws were, abolished. So, in a way, what the PM says is going to set the tone for the election for at least the BJP and the Captain Alliance. He's unveiling a number of projects worth several crores. So, also this BJP's development pitch that we are bringing this Delhi Katra expressway to Punjab. The Sikh shrines will be connected. So it is mainly trying to connect to the Sikh population, because in a way it was seen that during the farm agitation had more become an issue of Sikh identity rather than being totally about the farm laws. So this impression was going that the Sikh identity issue was working against Modi, and the way he apologized, and so पंजाब में क्या होता है कि देखो जी प्रधानमंत्री ने साढ़े तो माफी मांग ली. If you go to Punjab and ask local people, they say प्रधानमंत्री ने माफी मांग ली. So it's a big thing for a Punjabi that the Prime Minister has apologized to them. So I think PM will harp on that. That look, you didn't like the farm laws, I withdrew them. I took the step to withdraw them. I am bringing development. So BJP is not out of the game in Punjab, especially with Captain along with them. And what is happening, I think, inside the Congress, is that screening committee is meeting today. But there's a separate thing in Punjab. There's a Sidhu screening committee also. So Sidhu is going around declaring candidates without any approval from the Congress. We have seen people quitting, the party because of that. Fateh Singh Bajwa has come out. So, and what happens to all the various parties in Punjab who have usually two people in the same family, the Jakhards and Bajwas. So it is also, I think, let's see how that happens. But I think ticket distribution will be quite a
And
tussle in.
very interesting, Aman, also that like the Bengalis, the Punjabis are also very, very, they love to talk. They don't hide. They're very prolific and profound in their thoughts and discussions. It was very easy for us when I used to travel to Bengal, and I'm sure you also faced it. And also in Punjab, you talk to a Punjabi, chai ke dukaan pe, they would give on giving you talks about. This time round, there's a large section of people I noticed in Patiala also where they don't want to talk. They're very cagey. So that silent voter is something which, I hate using a cliched word, which I think every political party is also banking on. मुझे तो लग रहा था इस बार कि the AAP has managed to make a little bit of a headway this time round. A lot depends on who becomes the CM face. And if Bhagwan Maan is made, if he's not made, then he's going to be a spoiler in that entire region of Sangrur and all.
Yeah, Bhagwant Maan is basically the Malwa belt. Sangrur
Malwa
is
belt,
where AAP did well even in the last election. AAP did well in Malwa, but did not do well at all in Majha and Doaba. So I think one thing about AAP in Punjab also is that we need a face outside of Malwa this time. We need a larger acceptability face which applies to all regions of Punjab. Who that will be, nobody still knows whom they will finally go for. I think they are themselves confused. And Pallavi, let me tell you, I won't be surprised if AAP ultimately does not declare the CM face, because they might in the end say the strategy has changed and now we have a groundswell for us. Who is Congress CM
which
face?
which will help the Congress party. Then
Yeah,
the Congress party will justify not announcing us because Congress का भी problem वही है. They cannot afford to announce. We cannot choose between a Channi
yeah.
or a Sidhu. Yesterday, someone was suggesting Sukhi Randhawa को शायद बना देंगे CM face. That's not possible.
No. I think it will be.
But Captain will be there at the Prime Minister's rally.
Yes, I expect so.
Yes,
They're not.
I remember Captain in his interview had told me, I want that would be so interesting because
Yeah.
last time round they were together was when he was the chief minister and there's a protocol in place. This time round they are allies in the state.
Yeah, and I think a strong nationalistic pitch is also expected from the rally stage. Them saying that we stand for the security of Punjab, and because in a way the PMO has been very clear that the farm laws were withdrawn on the issue of national security. That they
We were worried that
worried that something may happen, and something has happened after that. We see the Ludhiana
I
blast.
think even the captain is going to talk about because he said, these people, if they are not so busy with all this fighting, then they can at least look after law. Because yesterday also the point is that Bar he was talking about a law and order situation, but he was clearly putting the blame on the BJP trying to stoke trouble or the AAP trying to stoke trouble in the state. So law and order is going to be one issue. अच्छा इन सब से हटके your other favorite state of Uttar Pradesh.
वहाँ पे
सबको कृष्ण भगवान याद आ रहे हैं.
हरे राम हरे कृष्णा हो रहा है वहाँ पे. Everybody is remembering Lord Ram. Lord Krishna is coming in everybody's dreams. First, it came in the dream of a BJP MP who wrote to Mr. Nadda saying, योगी जी को मथुरा से लड़वाइए. अखिलेश कह रहे हैं कि उनके सपने में रोज कृष्ण भगवान आते हैं
कि आप सरकार बनाएंगे.
कि आप सरकार बनाएंगे.
अभी थोड़ी देर पहले the UP chief minister has also given a sound bite and he's saying कि आप सबने कृष्ण भगवान को इंसल्ट किया है.
See,
Mathura, you think he can contest from there?
There is a lot of clamor.
Why Gorakhpur doesn't make so much of a sense? Why not Ayodhya? But why Mathura? Yes.
Ayodhya or Mathura, I would place my bets on either of the two seats. Ayodhya, obviously, it's an identity seat. So, like PM Modi is from Varanasi, so CM contests from Ayodhya. And Ayodhya, because the temple is going to come up in 2 years, so, it makes sense for CM to be the MLA from there and, get the credit for whatever it is. But I think Mathura can also be a game changer because given what is happening in West UP and this perception that BJP is a bit weak.
RLD and all may be a little worried. If he's contesting from there, he can have an impact on at least 5 to 6 seats around Mathura.
Even last time, Hema Malini had a tough fight from the RLD candidate in Mathura during the MP election. She won in the end.
They made fun of her, remember, with all those pictures and those memes coming up.
So I think Mathura is very interesting. Mathura also because Krishan Bhagwan now this Yaduvanshi angle into all this. So Akhilesh Yadav has never shied away from owning up Lord Krishna. So because they always feel that he's a Yaduvanshi, so they always claim credit to that and all that. But now what I think it was Yogi Adityanath who sat the cat among the pigeons when he said that I want to contest, and especially that statement कि मथुरा में भी विकास होगा जैसे काशी और अयोध्या में हुआ है. So that has brought Mathura again back to the center stage of the election, and this invoking of Lord Ram and Lord Krishna, I think we'll see much more of it. And Akhilesh is going to Ayodhya later this week for 2 days during his Rath Yatra. So it would be very interesting. I expect that he would be going to the Ram temple, which he's not gone to, forever. So, does he go to the Ram temple? It will also enter the...
Considering Ram temple, these people can do it. Even Priyanka Gandhi Vada doesn't even bother.
Yeah.
But she's not, well, of course, she's now in quarantine and isolation, all that. But yeah, Mathura would be a game changer if Yogi Adityanath decides to contest. Then, as you wrote in your piece, now the pressure will come on Gandhi also to contest.
Yeah, Akhilesh has already said he's ready to contest. I think Akhilesh will contest. Because now...
I don't think Yogi's left them with much choice. But Priyanka, because it's interesting, I did speak to one of the Congress leaders very close to her. They said that she ideally should walk the talk and contest. But the woman card may not even work so much, which is what we were discussing, that women vote for what gives them security and strength. And they feel that's the reason why the Prime Minister actually wins and extremely popular as far as the women vote bank is concerned, because in him, they see that someone who can provide us a stable government or someone who's strong.
See, I think, Pallavi, to get the voter, like what Priyanka is trying in UP to rally the woman voter, it can't be done overnight. Who has been able to rally the woman vote bank in a big way in the last? Nitish Kumar in Bihar, but he invested in it. He worked on it for years, and that is how invested, be it controversial decisions like prohibition or so you can't manufacture a vote base overnight. It takes time. Everything takes time. You can't in 2 months come up with a slogan and expect women to rally behind you. So I think it's a good start. At least the Congress has found something to start off in UP, but it will take its time and they have to stick to it. And as you, Pallavi, had written one piece that she might want to take it on a national level also. This kind of theme. So
a lot will depend on whether it works in UP. If it doesn't work in UP at all,
then it collapses.
Then it collapses. The whole concept collapses. But before we start wrapping up, again, the favorite question we asked. Unfortunately, one of the campaigners Faces of Punjab, Arvind Kejriwal is down with COVID, which brings us back to the same question we ask every time we end the show. Is that, do you think elections are going to be postponed? You were saying no. I also don't get a sense that, but it's going to be trimmed down.
Well, I don't know if they've been postponed or not. I think they will not be. I just hope that election commission bans the rallies and roadshows from the day. I think it's already late. They should EC the government should have done it yesterday. It's already late. We see the top campaigners contracting COVID.
And
West
the
Bengal,
crowds,
the crowds.
they're not even going
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be tested, those who came there.
Yeah, it's a passing the buck game going on. Center saying we have told states to do it. States कह रहा है कि EC करेगा, EC कह रहा है कि जब MCC आएगा तब हम करेंगे. So I think it's already late. EC should, whenever EC announces the model code, they should immediately put a ban on large rally. The model of the last two phases of Bengal elections should be adopted for these elections. It will be easier for everybody, the politicians and also the media. We can also cover a total virtual election for the first time.
Yes, we have, and very much. And but the flavor of the election, many would say, would be missing. But then, jaan hai to jaan hai.
Bilkul, bilkul.
So, guys, thank you very much for watching. We are going to be back. I promised we are going to be back with a new look soon. But do give us your reactions on the social media timeline. What is it that you want to do from us the next time? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.